Hello Scorpio, welcome to Inner Divine Truth and welcome to February 2021 reading. I must confess that this is a second reading I'm doing for you. The first one, the recording was distorted halfway through the video, so I had to redo it. And I can, now I know why, because I believe this is a completely different message, and I also sense that perhaps some of the energies shifted rather quickly. From the time that video was recorded, sometime end of January to now, the first week of February. I'm recording this on the 5th of February. So here we go. Your catalyst this month is man holding a coin, a heart, sorry. So this is Scorpio basically sitting in your element. An equivalent of this in the tarot is the Knight of Cups. And that's, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, water signs, someone who's very much attuned with the heart energy, who is highly compassionate. This man is very romantic as well. This could signify a budding romance in your life, or could also mean that you are stepping into this energy more. You have more open heart space, you're willing to give more love freely, being more compassionate, and also he's somebody that people turn to. Doesn't have to be masculine. It speaks for both men and women. So people are drawn to you because they know that they can turn to Scorpio for sage advice, and there's a lot of compassion there with this person. And they are very loving and just very welcoming. It's the kind of person you go to when you're having trouble, and then they open, their homes to you, and they take you to the kitchen and light a fire and make a cup of tea for you and listen to your sorrows. That's the kind of energy that's coming through very strongly with Scorpio. Somebody you turn to in your moment of grief or crisis. And anyway, so very welcoming, very loving, very compassionate. All right, so your challenge this month is cornucopia. Perhaps some of you out there are manifesting. In the process of manifestation of helpful people around you, abundance with money, finances, of course, joy, community, supportive community, solid family life, those kind of things. So this is in the work. This is what Scorpio is aiming for this month. In the tarot, so what's amazing is you have three major arcana cards. Major arcana in the tarot speaks to major life influences. The minor arcana cards, the court cards, they're passing energies. They can change week to week. Major arcana stuff is, influences that we have perhaps struggled for years, months, decades even, or it's just a characteristic in our own personalities and how we can shift them. So they are more long-lasting energies. You can still shift them. They bring a lot of guidance and useful advice. So first card up, we have Temperance. So this is an angelic being who is, the water or some sort of liquid is being poured from one chalice to another. One of her foots is, or his foot is in a water body, the pond here, and another on the ground. This is representative of a nice balance between the spiritual existence of our human lives, as well as the body, the physical, the 3D existence of our life. But note that she's leaning more into the water than on the ground, but the ground helps us stay grounded. And there's also, this enlightened spirit around her. There's that. So with Temperance, first thing is be patient. So this is what you need to know, that in the background, behind the scenes, the divine, the spirit, your team of guides, they're working with you to bring your cornucopia into to manifest this. So you're not doing it alone. There is this, and this is also a card of divine timing. So as this brewing is taking place, it's not ready yet. That's the message. Whatever manifestation Scorpio is hoping for, it's not ready yet. It'll come in divine time. And so it's asking for patience and not to lose your wits, so to speak, as you are waiting. Patience, with my experience with this card is that once the intention is out there, Let's say I'm trying to manifest this cornucopia, this abundance. And once the manifestation is out there, now I have to leave it. I have to let it be. I don't want to stress about it. I have to release it, let it go. Let it happen in its own time. Sure, as opportunities come my way, I need to act on it. There is free will. There are other decisions that I need to make as an existing being. But there are some things out of my control. And then that's where trust comes in, that the divine is working and everything will work the way it should. So that's temperance for you, asking you to be patient, to release it, to let go. Don't hold on to your dream too tightly, because if you do, it can't grow. That's the message here. Okay, what you need to do, Star. This is absolutely beautiful. The first thing I'm hearing, looking at this card, is that Scorpio is not dreaming enough. This card is saying dream big. Wish. This is literally wishing upon a star. The other message coming so strongly from this card is healing. There is some healing that Scorpio needs to do. I don't know about what. Maybe clarifying cards can shed light on that. But if you intuitively know what I'm talking about, so see how this resonates with you. There is some aspect of, an aspect of healing that needs to do. Perhaps also to do with ambitions and dreaming in the past, that there were some goals and dreams and ambitions as a child, perhaps, that Scorpio had as a teenager, and they did not materialize, and there was discontentment, a bit of a broken heart is what I'm also noticing. Sad energy around that. And then Scorpio let go. But Scorpio is not one sign to forgive and forget easily. That's one of the biggest challenges. So there is that, there is a lingering memory of it. I don't want to say that he's still holding on to it, but there is that memory still, it comes up every now and then. So maybe that is what needs to be released. This could also indicate physical healing, your health being restored this month, so that's good. And so if this is a health reading and your cornucopia pertains to your best of health and you recovering from all your ailments and just having a full recovery, so this is a good omen, because it's saying, one, healing will happen in divine time. The divine is working with you. You're being supported. There's blessings coming your way. And also there will be full recovery. So that's fantastic if you're dealing with health issues. Another one is, to dream big now, Scorpio. If you have shut yourself down because things just did not work in the past, they did not manifest the way you had hoped them to. This is a gentle reminder from Spirit saying, don't lose hope, don't give up. We are with you, we're working with you. Just close your eyes and make a wish. And what you need to release, the Magician. So this is in the shadow side of the Magician is someone who is not maximizing their skills and talents. Upright, this Magician has all the tools needed to alchemize, to manifest whatever he or she desires. Reverse, there are lots of hidden talents and skills that Scorpio has, and I think you know this, and those skills and talents are just not being maximized. And also, this is also speaking to somebody's hopes and dreams and wishes that didn't come up the way they had hoped. And so there's that disappointment is also speaking to me from this card. That's what needs to be released. The expectations of the past need to be released. The sorrow, the disappointments of the past need to be released. And also, I'm hearing control. There's that aspect of, yes, working with all your elements and skills and talents to create something, bring something to life. But also if it doesn't work, the message here is also to let it go, let it be, because it was not, meant to be manifested. So there's that element of forgiveness is very strong here. Forgiveness is needed. Oh, okay. But 3 major arcanas, and so that's why I'm saying some of you out there could be dealing with past life issues, could be forgiveness of even childhood sentiments coming up. Right, so let's clarify some of these cards. Oh, and then bottom of the deck for tarot speaks to the challenge this month, and the challenge is this: 8 of Swords. There is a sense of blinding, some things not being clear, being overcome by fear and doubt, just being sort of bound to, this is like a self-imposed prison that really doesn't exist. I mean, she can easily, the bandage here is just, it's not like strong shackles. She can easily break free. The puddle of water she stands is really so shallow. So her emotions might feel in the blindfold because she's like wallowing. There's no clarity, and she's just sort of feels overwhelmed by her emotions of fears and doubts when they're really so little. The water body represents the aspect of the subconscious, the fears, the doubts. So this is what you're supposed to break free from. And so man holding a heart is now also saying be more kind to yourself, introspect, reflect more on what needs releasing from your heart center, so you can now step into a place of more gentleness with yourself, being more kind to yourself, being more forgiving with yourself, forgiving yourself for the past misdeeds that took place, and dreams that could not be manifested for one reason or the other. And it's time to move on from that energy. Okay, Scorpio, now let's look at Temperance. Why do you have this Temperance here? Page of Wands, reverse. So again, they're saying the divine timing. This is another card for divine timing. Upright, this individual has, she has thrown that wand up into the air, aiming for something, and she doesn't know when it's going to land and how far it's going to land. So that's the aspect of divine timing that I'm referring to. When it's reversed, there's not enough planning, there's not that passion, a clear idea is lacking, and that's what divine timing is referring to. Once there is healing that takes place in your life regarding your past, and there's forgiveness of the past, then you're creating space for the new to come in, for new ideas, new passions, new desires to start sprouting in your heart. That's where true healing comes from, and that will give you the momentum now to pursue those passions, projects, business ideas. It will just catapult you into a different direction, and that's where your magician now will be fully channeled, where you will be using all your skills and talents and wisdom for all your years of hard work, because this is a very mature energy. As I said, major arcanas are presenting in your reading shows, you have to sort of hark back to past life experiences, and experiences of many past years that now complement your strengths. So there is something that needs to be birthed through this process of healing. Okay, however that resonates. I'll get one more card out, this Page of Wands. So right now, Scorpio is not in that place of releasing the wand, because wands represent passion, desires, very clear drive on which direction to go and how to pursue it and to get things done. But because Scorpio is so riddled with fear and doubt at this point, and this magician is also in the reverse, that means their talents are not being utilized. Hence why divine timing, it can't happen now, because you, Scorpio, are not ready. And we have Two of Wands. We're going from Page of Wands to Two of Wands. Again, there's no planning, there's no vision, there's no foresight. So while there is that desire to manifest cornucopia, could be business, could be friendships, love life, however this resonates, there is that block, because Scorpio is not healed yet, and that's where your attention should be this month. So let's look at the star card now. Sorry, cards. I'm just going to put them back in. Scorpio, star card, the Hanged Man. Okay, so that's another major arcana. Wow, we have 4 of them. So this process needs to happen for there to be a big shift in your life and your perception, how you view life and how you move ahead in your life from this point forward. Scorpio, February is a big month for you, Scorpio. The King of Pentacles. Okay, so and then at the bottom we have the 7 of Pentacles. So there needs to be a review of your life lessons. Number 1, so for this healing to come forward, we have the 7 of Pentacles reverse. Look at how this man in its upright is really studying all the seeds that he has sown over the past years, and he's watching them grow. And there's a lot of attention, evaluation, introspection, reflection of what his life lessons, his life work, his experiences have led him to. Well, at the moment, you're not doing that. So perhaps a lot of healing, as I said, will come from reflecting on the past, the decisions, the choices, the experiences that you've had, and it's calling for that Hanged Man moment. This is asking you to have a different perspective on life, look at things differently, be a bit more objective as you study the workings and life lessons you've had of these past years. See it from a different point of view, see it as an observer. Don't attach any emotions, feelings to it, because there needs to be a separation, and be an observer of your own life, and it'll that's when you realize your true power. You're the King of Pentacles, very grounded, very mature energy, someone who has their life sorted, in the sense, the house, career, they have a legacy behind them. And the King of Pentacles is just somebody who is also very attuned with nature, animals, and they lack nothing in life. So that's the kind of future Scorpio deeply desires. And here you go, we have cornucopia speaking to that energy, and there's that healing needed to step into this King of Pentacle energy. And that's really what Spirit is supporting you with. This is your outcome, your end result, if you may. You can change it. Might not resonate with everybody, but this is speaking to stability, abundance. Okay, if you have to take anything from that, is stability and abundance. Okay, let's look at the Magician now. 8 of Swords again, so that's pretty much what's holding you back. We've spoken about the 8 of Swords, and then the King of Wands and a broken heart, and that's what I had said, broken heart. There is some pain, sorrow, suffering happening. There has been a recognition of the past mistakes that were made, and really Scorpio is not forgiving himself or herself. And there you have, stuck in the past, stuck in the old wounds, thinking too much. Swords is just a lot of activity in the head. Whereas you're being urged to now step into your heart and come from a place of forgiveness. We have 8 of Swords here again. Now this is, sorry, it came up right. So 8 of Swords in this deck is represented as such, whereas in the traditional tarot, it's this representation. This is all speaking to pain, suffering, self-imposed, self-inflicted suffering. Nobody out there did this to you. This is just a Scorpio being very critical of themselves and not forgiving themselves and not being loving enough. And so there is that need to release the pain, to forgive, to really just cry out loud if you have to, and just let it all out. It should not stay in your system. King of Wands, again, reverse. This is another king energy, highly mature energy, somebody who has a lot of experience as well. In the past, were quite driven as well. This is also wounded ego. Hence, that's, again, speaking to each other, the Magician and the King of Wands, that wounded ego, the wounded pride, because things just did not work in the past, and that's where this element of love and forgiveness and just kindness with yourself is coming through so strongly, Scorpio. All right, so if you are struggling with any of this, releases and understanding of your, in your life lessons, where this suffering is coming from, what needs to be released, and if you need help in that process, get in touch with me. I can recommend a really good energy healer who's helped me in my journey. So somebody I highly trust, and let me know if you would like to contact. All right? Okay. I'm going to pull some cards from the Ancient Answers, Scorpio. Think about a question that you might have, a yes or no question, or a timing question. So this deck sometimes can bring answers pertaining to those kind of things. I don't know how accurate it is. Let me know in the comments, and perhaps take note of any of the things that come through that are more decisive for your reading, and then just, if you feel like it, let me know how it resonated with you and if it actually did come true in your circumstances, okay? Or just shoot me an email. You don't have to make a comment. I just would like to know how these things work, all right? Thank you so much. Let's look at a card for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know for February 2021? February. Okay. I can't make this stuff up. Forgiveness has just jumped out, like it just, forgiveness. This is the theme of your reading, Scorpio. Don't be so hard on yourself. Wow, this is heavy. This is also, there's a lot of lightness at the other end of this message. So I'll just hold this card up for you for a little bit. Forgiveness. And as I'm seeing this, there's a goddess here who seems to be seated on a lotus throne, and she's reminding me of Ma Saraswati, goddess Saraswati. If that resonates, look her up, invoke her. Indians, Hindus out there would know who Saraswati is. So the divine feminine will also be of much help to you this month. Yeah, reconsider. See, that's the thing, reconsideration of your dreams, your aspirations. What are you trying to manifest? There needs to be some forgiveness, and from that, reconsider. Let go of the past. Yes, reconsideration needs to happen with an element of forgiveness to allow you to move on. Let's get one more card out. Some lovely messages. Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know? One more card, please. And then yes. Okay. So if you were thinking of a question, a yes or no question during the reading or as I was shuffling, that's your answer, however that resonates for you. All right. So Scorpio, it was just lovely being in your energy. I wish you all the very best, and if you're feeling stuck, just let me know and I can direct you to a person who can help. So take care, lots of love, and I will see you next month. Bye.